Dead Draw Gaming. Like no one ever was.
And we're back. we had to figure out who's taking that lead right there. Back, round 13. We're in the grind here. Everyone's trying to squeeze out those last little points to make that top 8 here, and we have a potential win-and-in situation here coming up.
Correct. So Christopher Szymanski, data miner and codename Mr. Robot in the Pokemon TCG community, has kind of drummed up that 32 points is what's needed for top 8. Both of these players sitting at 9-2-1. A win here puts them at 31, which will give them the potential to draw in last round, assuming their matchups shake out and they don't get down paired. So we're considering this a potential win-and-in situation for top 8 here in Madison. On your right of the screen, you'll have Michael Pramawat, the 7 God.
7 God.
Notable legend in the game, what I like to call the old guard, and he is playing the 3 Baby Buzz Lycanroc list.
He has been in this game so long that his pop ID is only 4 digits.
Can I say it? I don't know if it's as safe as a social security number or whatever, but we won't throw it. It's 4 digits. They're all really low. And on the other side of your screen here, we have Wesley Hollenberg playing something very similar to what we saw a little bit earlier today, Ian Robb's Buzz Garb deck.
Yeah, I believe they're all in a similar testing group, and I think they all work really hard on this unique deck here. A little bit different from all the typical Buzzwoles we've been seeing today.
Right. Every Buzzwole deck we've seen today has pretty much committed to the 3 Beast Ring setup. This one putting a heavy emphasis, since there's no max elixirs, we're going order pads, we're pulling those Beast Rings. So on that hot zone, that 3-4 prize alleyway that we get for that Beast Ring to be live, they have as much access to them as they can get.
This list is just so spicy. While there's no elixirs, but we're having Beast Ring, like you're saying, there's Nest Balls to search. We don't need Bridget. No Brooklyn Hill. Is Mysterious Treasure for the Garbodor pieces. This is a very spicy list.
Yeah, so Mysterious Treasure can also get the Tapu Lele. Order pad can help you out of a jam, with just a quick flip of the coin. Also, Hala and Random Receiver.
Yeah, both.
Go on and take a minute at home and go ahead and Google that while we do the same here to make sure we're getting Hala
back at you. Drawing 7, I hit that GX.
Getting nutty. And just extra, a Lily as well, which is something we haven't really seen too much of today, outside of Ian Robb, I believe. So they're shuffling up, getting ready to get started. What is going to be Wesley's game plan here? Because we saw kind of a similar style matchup earlier.
And I think the goal here is to kind of mirror what Ian Robb was doing. Let's get the lock and slow down Pram, right? Late game ends to a Garbodor lock and really slow down the Octillery line, slow down those bloodthirsty eyes, and ultimately take away the Dancing ability.
Yep. With the Garbodor coming online, it's really going to help slow down that Deancey boost, as you said, the bloodthirsty eyes, which is why Wes isn't playing any of those damage modifiers, Pokemon ability related on his side, obviously, because he is trying to lock in that Garbotoxin ability.
Here's the huge thing, and we mentioned it numerous times this weekend, that these new Buzzrock lists are not playing Field Blower. Once that Floatstone is there, the only way to get rid of Garbotoxin is a Guzma.
Exactly. However, the Buzzwole deck does hit some pretty good numbers. So, just having access to Beast Energy, Choice Band, and Strong Energy might be enough, as it was for Will earlier today. Will Mantho when he was facing Ian Robb. Looks like we've got, I don't know if that represents I'm starting or I have, so we have 1 mulligan. Wes will be going first, which is important, to get that Garbotoxin online before Mike can get access to his abilities. Baby Buzz start for Michael. He is playing 3. We've got that Remoraid.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
You sometimes see the one that kind of like removes the stadium from play. Typical to most of these decks, but
he is definitely playing. There's 2 other Remoraids. The one that removes the stadium, and the one that for an energy attachment slings it back to the bench, and you get to promote up something new, kind of like a half escape rope just for your side.
And I think that Remoraid actually has a water colorless requirement for what I'm looking at here. So I guess he kind of went to the bulk. Was like, hey, this is the Remoraid.
Yeah, this is a Remoraid. If we're attacking or attaching energy here, we're probably having a bad day. So
we're probably out here struggling.
We see Nest Ball for Trubbish. Another Trubbish comes down, making sure that he will at least have the opportunity to
Beast Energy turn 1.
That's great. That's going to put a lot of pressure fighting Fury Belt. You know, that's a 70 damage with no other modifier jet punch right there.
Hitting 70, and he's hitting heavy with the 230 HP with the Fighting Fury build attached.
And as we know, as we've talked about before, 70, that's a rock ruff going down.
Yep.
You know, Wesley is playing 4 float stones, so we could see some aggressive Guzma plays on those rock ruffs. So that way, Dangerous Rogue isn't in play here. See a quick end, each person going to grab 6. We see Wes, he's got another Fighting Fury belt, I think an N somewhere in there, just a pass, not going to commit any more resources to the board. Mike draws for turn.
Interesting thing there, he had a Buzzle GX in hand also and opted not to put it down. My guess there would be for, you know, Guzma plays like that, where he could have actually just brought the Buzzle with nothing on it and had us sit up there. So I forced to put a float stone on it rather than a Fighting Fury belt.
Yep. So you see a Trubbish eating a solid 30 here. Guzma right back, which might be worth considering, you know, putting yourself at 5 prizes, trying to get to 3 and then below 1, again, for those Beast Ring turns. Might want to aggressively Guzma up this Remoraid, since Mike hasn't really done anything else for his turn.
Yep. We're going to see, I'm not sure he's a float stone in hand, but I believe it's going to be a Lele or Garbodor piece right here coming into play. And then, yeah, I think we are going to see the Guzma on the Remoraid. Like you were saying, to put the prize count in odd numbers so we do not activate the Beast Ring.
Yep, we see Mysterious Treasure, a new card from Forbidden Light, discarding a Nest Ball, getting Garbotoxin Garbodor, and we may see that come down right here. Committing the Fighting Fury belt, really wants to turn off those abilities. Guzma, we're going to take a knockout and put the pressure back on Mike to do literal anything.
Wow, this is not good for Pram. Garbo's locked in, so you have 0 outs to Lele at this point. You're drawing for your supporters. Man, what does he need here? The whole deck?
Yeah, the whole kit and caboodle. He needs it all. Going to commit another Fighting Energy, it seems like, on Buzzwole, or on his baby Buzzwole. With 70 damage and 30 already on there, that's 100 damage left. We could...
Oh, man.
We don't necessarily see a knockout yet, but we're not that far away.
Oh, I think all he needs to do is it has strong energy, and it should be able to do it, correct? Buzzwole has 100, the baby Buzz has 100 HP left. He's already hitting 70. Strong energy would be 90, sorry.
90, yep.
So he would need the red, which he does not play those. So, yep.
So we see a Lily just going to go back up to 7 cards. Was it 7? 6. 6 cards. Because Lily first turn goes to 8, right? Quick maths.
We're getting there.
Yeah, somebody in the chat sort us out on Lily. We're just going to hit in. No sense in committing the strong energy to the Buzzwole.
Yep.
That's just, you know, if it's not taking the knockout, it's a resource going to the wrong spot anyways.
Yep. So here, so I think we're going to see a Guzma stall here in the Garbodor. That has to happen.
Yep, he's probably going to target down the one with the Fighting Fury belt. Guzma is not live for West, so he needs a Field Blower.
Oh,
and a float zone.
So yes, this is going to be interesting. Pram has a chance to get back into this game because Wes doesn't play Field Blower either. So
oh, beautiful.
So he's stuck up there with the Fighting Fury belt. Yeah, and I feel like Pram shouldn't do the swing around. I think he should still keep going with the sledgehammer attack till he recovers in his board state. Wes is
thinking, okay, maybe knock this out and don't hit another Pokemon in the end. But I can promise you, if Mike doesn't hit a Pokemon here, he is not announcing an attack.
Yep.
What?
Very interesting circumstances right now. We have a Garbodor with a Fighting Fury belt, something you really do not want to see. And then some emptiness on Pram's side of the field.
Order pad not going to lift too many weights for West over here because he does not have a Field Blower to track down. He didn't hit a. Doesn't look like he hit.
He just passed, like you said.
Didn't hit a Pokemon, just passes.
And to verify, I believe Garbotoxin is that Garbodor has 3 retreat costs, so he's one more away from
doing it the hard way.
Doing it the hard way.
Putting himself in hard mode to get that Garbodor out of the active.
At any point, do you see like a Pram side field that he should just pick up and go to that game too? Or because his hand looked weird actually. There was a basic Pokemon in his hand, so I wonder if he wanted to kind of let Wesley feel like he didn't have anything, so Wesley can stretch down that Garbodor and then bench it and retreat.
Maybe he's
So there's
So it's Rock Ruff Lele. We can see a couple strong energies. Maybe he's waiting for that ability to, you know, get a Max Elixir play in, do those types of things. So at least it's not just a complete wash. This damaged Baby Buzz carrying a lot of energy right now. Michael forming a game plan. He has the 7 God for a reason. He's got something to do, and not with Max Elixir. He doesn't. It is to note that he is only playing 9 basic fighting energies, and we see 3 of them right there. One might be in the prize. A Max Elixir with 5 energies in deck when your deck is that big. Low odds,
when
baby.
When energy is also on your Buzzwole here, holding it down.
Those are casino odds. The house has got you on that one, and you're fighting uphill. Brooklet comes down. I think we might see a Buzz GX, maybe a Baby Buzz. Baby Buzz. He already committed the strong energy for this turn, which leads me to believe that Mike is looking to pivot here soon.
Yeah, definitely set him here. Do you think he's knocking out this Garbodor right now? Is he going for it since he has established bench?
Yes, he is, and yes, he is. You can't ask for much more than that. Michael made Wes commit 2 fighting energy to that Garbodor before taking that knockout.
So go back to that point. You know, we made him, you know, push to get that Garbodor active by not benching. So a step ahead of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Order pad, flipping a tails, not going to be able to dial up the item he needs. Floatstone on the Trubbish. Nest Ball.
It's probably going to the Trubbish here just because he wants that Garbodor locked down. I mean, for the most part, up until that Guzma play, it was holding it down pretty well. Not allowing Pram to do any Tapu Lele plays there. So
we see Nest Ball for a snap fail. Plays Nest Ball, says fail it, shuffle up. He's got something in his deck, or he's very well aware of what's going on. Here's that 70 damage coming in clutch yet again.
Oh, double
That
prize.
is a big play. All of Mike's energy, 4 energy were committed to that, Baby
hurts.
Buzzwole.
That hurts. And you know
and
what?
Wes skips the Sledgehammer turn.
And Sledgehammer turn, and Beast Ring is 3 and 4. So sorry about that, but yeah, skips the Sledgehammer turn. So this is it's well played on Wesley's end there.
Luckily, this game has been motoring fairly quickly for a Game 1 as compared to a lot of the things we've seen this weekend so far. So Michael definitely keeping an idea, has the clock in the back of his mind, understands that he might need to be doing a Game 3. And I think him being able to steal this game starts with a Beast Ring right now.
Yeah, you know, that's the crazy thing about these decks. You know, and you take away Beast Ring right now, this Pram scooping. But because of the power that Beast Ring has, you know, when you're at 3 or 4 prizes, you're down in the game. It gives you the power to accelerate energy on your Ultra Beast Pokemon.
We see Beast Ring, 2 basic strong come down. If Pram hits a Floatstone here, he can take massive knockouts on Wes's side of the board.
Yeah, it's going to be Sweep City on that side because while Wes also does play Beast Ring as well, so it could be as easy as Beast Ring and I'll come right back at you.
It's crazy. It's these Beast Ring wars and that 3-4 prize. Who hits more Beast Rings? Wes built his deck specifically, said, I don't want Max Elixirs. I want a critical mass of Beast Rings available to me for that mid game so I can just convert very easily into the late game.
From what we're seeing here, I do not see a Floatstone, but I think we're going to see an Ultra Ball for maybe a Remoraid or another Baby Buzz.
Abilities are open right now. Maybe making Wes switch gears a little bit. Okay, I have Deancey, I have my damage booster. Is that relevant? Do you want to get the Garbodor up? Do you need to focus somewhere else?
The Deancey's correct because I think I missed it for myself forgetting about Fighting Fury Belt in play. So Buzzwole is actually at 200 HP remaining, so he's going to need, where he's at 160 right now, 180 with the strong energy, Deancey 200.
Michael does have access to 190, 230, minus 30, 200. He does have access to his Absorption GX for 220 right now, which could have been another consideration. Fighting Fury Belt quickly coming down to Buzzwole. Quick shuffle up of the deck after Mike's Max Elixir hits.
No Floatstone, unfortunately, so he's sitting on the bench, kind of intimidating Wes, saying, you know, if you even want to come get it. So.
Luckily, again, you know, Pram has put himself in a position to be able to rally back here.
Yeah, definitely. He has definitely the cards, you know, set up to come back in this game right here. But you know, maybe another B string on the Baby Buzz. He also has Dangerous Rogue set up there, which is why maybe the Absorption GX play could not happen there. But he has options that are there, and the bench is heavy on Wesley's side. So, curious what his route to victory is here.
Mystery Treasure pitching an S-ball, getting the Garbotoxin, Garbodor with a Float Stone, which is definitely the preferred tool to have on that Pokemon to activate Garbotoxin ability. Which means Deancey's boost, not in play anymore. Bloodthirsty Eyes, not in play anymore. I believe I saw in Wes's hand, I saw a Beast Ring. So if he does lose this Buzzwole with the Beast Energy in the active, he's going to be able to retaliate immediately.
And it's going back to your point there, too. He's holding these cards, you know, and that merits to these players' strengths here is that they're really you know, keen on making sure playing cards at the right time.
I think there's a Strong Energy in Mike's hand. Not exactly sure what the card is, I believe, under his left hand.
Oh, there you go,
okay.
Fighting Energy.
Guzma and Fighting Energy. Playing Guzma, targeting down what?
So right now, with Absorption, how much is he hitting currently? Is it enough to knock out?
Deancey is turned off, so Absorption is 220.
So he's still short.
So yeah, 5 times 4, 200 plus 20, 220. So he'll be 10 short.
I wonder if he realized that.
He is putting himself in a position to be able to Sledgehammer, to Jet Punch it.
Yep.
A lot of options still on the table, so it's certainly not the worst thing. He would have liked to get that KO clean, of course.
Cool thing he could do also, you're saying set up for Jet Punch too. He could, if he's able to get the ability back, knock out Garbodor and Buzzwole for 2-for-1 with the Deancey there. So he'll need a Strong Energy to do that without having the Deancey ability there. But another option.
Yeah, we really got to
stylish option.
Yeah. Got to take in consideration all he can do here. Baby Buzz comes down. I believe a Float Stone was attached. We see a Cynthia. Wes is shuffling up.
Yeah, you know, Wes is close here. I think he's going to keep spreading this damage here. Or, you know, because does he waste a Beast Ring on the active just to take the knockout on the Buzzwole? Yes.
It's not available to him right now. Mike's at 5 prizes.
Okay.
So Beast Ring is still, he's itching to play him down. You know he is. He's got a Strong, maybe to the clean Buzzwole. Nope, he's going critical mass on damage with the damage Buzzwole. He knows that the Absorption GX is gone. Knuckle Impact isn't going to be able to climb those numbers now unless he hits Choice Band Beast Energy, something crazy like that for a return Knuckle Impact, which is just a little loose.
I like what he did there. He's trying to slowly mill down that Rock Rift. He's one turn away from being able to Jet Push that out of the game and not leave it as a factor at all. Yep.
We see damage kind of all over Mike's board, and Wes only has 3 prizes left to grab. Wes quickly saving Mike from a two-card prize penalty there by quickly grabbing his deck to shuffle it before he can resolve that Max Elixir. Max Elixir not hitting.
Yeah,
he is the if Caleb Gedimer is on one side of the spectrum, Michael Pramawat on the complete other right now.
He's cold as ice when it comes to Max Elixirs.
We see Jet Punch taking a KO on the active, 60 on the kind of juiced up Buzzwole that has the Beast Energy, the Strong Energy, the Fighting Fury Belt. Order pad, here we go. Beast Ring, baby.
Can we get a heads? Yep.
4. Are we getting Beast Ring? Beast Ring, bang. Exactly how he drew it up. How many order pads is he playing? 4 order pads, 4 Beast Ring?
Order pads 3.
3 order pad, 4 Beast Ring.
Beast Ring is 4.
Between natural draw steps, draw supporters, and order pad, Beast Rings are going to be showing up for Wes in this mid-game. And that's something that he can leverage big here to really take a big knockout on his active that has all the energy attached. And look at all the damage that's all over that board.
You know, Wesley's able to get all these energies on the board right now without Elixir. Pram plays Elixir, and he's not having any luck with it much at all.
I think that's a strong consideration, and tip of the cap to Wes and Ian Robb saying, okay, if I'm only playing 9 fighting, you know, that's not exactly the critical mass you want for Max Elixir in a perfect world scenario. Plus mid-game B-strings, what if I hit Max Elixirs early?
Yeah.
Or
And
what if I
B-strings
naturally
become-
draw a lot of
Yep.
basics and then it just becomes a dead card? So maybe they kind of had the read on that and were able
Yeah.
to adjust and go kind of into this
you-
full-on order pad beast
You're
ring
more
plan.
going off of one or the other, essentially.
Exactly. They're like, Max
They don't
Elixir's
really balance each other out.
Max Elixir's a coin flip. Let me just go in with.
There it is.
So Wes making the correct play there. Knuckle impact just enough with his 3 prizes left to take a KO on the active Buzzwole, which would have let him transition easily to a knuckle impact on one of the litany of damaged creatures. Pokemon on Michael Pramawat's side of the board. Getting a little MTG on you guys with creatures there. That's
It's
my
right.
fault.
Flashback Friday. It's okay, dude.
It's Freaky Friday. So we see Wes take a game 1 there. A real weird start by Mike. A silly Guzma lock plays that went into that
It
early
almost
game.
paid off for him. I mean, a Garbodor, essentially, it was set up the right way. It's just, I think, missing the elixirs and missing just little key cues during that matchup where he set up perfectly. Forced Wesley to waste energy on a Garbodor before, knocking it out essentially by holding the base in his hand, saying, I actually don't got anything. Psych!
And don't
That's
forget,
so basic.
don't forget on the end too. If Pram hits a float stone, he comes up
Oh,
and
yeah, on the Lele
absorptions
play,
and
yep.
takes a
Yep.
massive knockout
Yep.
there on Wes's 30 damage on Buzzwole. Those Fighting Fury belts really messing with the numbers Mike needs
Yep.
to hit. And especially because he won't have available Deancey available probably for most of the game, that messes with his numbers on an even higher level.
You see a lot of between all the Buzzwole decks, you see a lot of number manipulation against each other, right? So everyone's kind of like, all right, Buzzrock, it hits these numbers. How can we stop that? Fighting Fear Bells. Okay, Caleb takes it another step. We saw that earlier. Let's do Regirock and Diancie. We're throwing off all the math on everybody. So it's kind of unique how everyone's playing these fighting strengths in their decks.
Yep. I believe we're going to see Michael going first here. Buzz start, Remoraid start, Octillery in hand, strong energy.
Lots of energy. Oh, wow. Is that two? So is that
That's 2 strong, a strong, a basic, and an Octillery.
Oh man, this is not good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna have to be a Lele Cynthia play here.
He's got to get something. He's got to get something. Diminishing returns on.
Interesting. So whenever his thought here is that once Wesley benches the Trebuch and he has the Guzma still in hand, it's just attach strong or.
He's still not completely up the
I know,
creek if
it's
that
interesting.
happens, right? So he attaches here, puts the pressure on.
He has the Octillery in hand.
And he has the
that's why.
Octillery in hand, which that's what he's going to use to refresh. Next turn, he can strong energy, Abyssal hand for a couple with Octillery, and kind of get set back on his game plan.
We do see the Lily in his hand, so I would venture to say that he's going to do that for the fresh 8. But he probably couldn't play enough cards to kind of make it worth it.
Right, there's a lot of supporters clunking up his hand there. Typically, Lily, if you want to get down to 2 cards in hand, 3 cards even,
Yep.
going up to 8, obviously a lot of value. But he wasn't going to be able to Lily for more than 2 cards, so 3 cards, excuse me. Not necessarily worth it in that spot. Cynthia, much better. 2 Nest Balls, Floatstone, Beast Energy, and I think the Lily might have popped right back up. Not Beast Energy, excuse me, Beast Ring.
No worries. We get another Buzz here. We've seen a Trebuch come down. I want to say he's going to go for another Buzz after he does this initial search. Actually, you know what? I think
Trebuch might
right
be
now.
good.
Trebuch right now, he hasn't done a Lele. He has to know that Octillery is in his hand right now, so locking out immediately is probably the goal.
Yeah, it was kind of a tell on his first search. He can either assume Octillery's in hand or the Tapu Lele is prized. If he feels confident enough to get a Buzz and retreat into the Buzz, you can probably discern that he's got some next level to get more cards in his hand through Octillery.
And I think you're right, though. On West's side, it's probably one of those things where he kind of caught that either Octillery has to be in hand or not because he immediately got it out of active. And knowing that Buzzwole can get to that 70 number really easily, 670 number really easily. So.
Yep. We see a Jet Punch here, 60-30. Octillery, I think that was another strong energy off the top. Nope, Guzma off the top. So at least he has an ability to get out if he traps Sycamore.
Ouch.
That is a lot. That is a lot of energy that's hit the
We're
bin.
not hitting elixirs the rest of this game. There are 5 left in his deck that you can hit. He's gonna need some style points to be able to get those elixirs.
Oh, yeah.
No, not 2 more in his hand now. So
Elixirs are cold.
Elixirs are out the game.
Maybe Wes and Ian, when they were testing, hit these situations far more often than they cared to, and they said, man, bump this. Just shove this BS to the side. Let's just go all in Beast Ring, Order Pad, and not worry about these elixirs that can clunk up our deck.
Yep.
We see Tapu Lele coming down immediately, obviously paying respect to the Garbotoxin, getting himself a Cynthia so he can at least have some options next turn because Octillery might be coming offline real quick.
It's always rough to get back in that rhythm when you're playing against these lock cards to get in the rhythm of, I need to get my supporter before they get the lock, kind of like back when Toto was quick and punching everything and you wanted to play your items and then your Verse Seeker to get your supporter to make sure that you have it. So
exactly,
a lot of these trends that you got to kind of get back in rhythm with.
Good order of operations here. Basically not going to let him his own Garbotoxin stifle his ability to use Wonder Tag. Only playing 2 Tapu Lele, which makes sense because once you have the lock-in, and since you don't have your own blower, those just become kind of dead cards.
And he's maxed out on the supporters he wants anyways, 4 of, so,
Are we going to see a holla this game?
There's so many jokes.
Dollar make you holla.
There is no holla back, girl. if you don't Ghost GX.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how Gwen Stefani wrote that song.
I think the inspiration was because of the Ultra Beats Buzzwole, so thank you, Bass Buzzwole. Oh, man.
6 rolling off the top. Order Pad. Mysterious Treasure. Mystery Treasure? Mysterious Treasure. Mysterious Treasure. Fighting Fury Belt. Did I see that in there as well?
A little bit of everything,
Mysterious Treasure. Gonna get Garbotoxin.
He has Order Pad and Mysterious Treasure. So it's kind of like, what's the order of operations there? Let me Mysterious Treasure. Just go ahead and get the Garbodor out and try to figure it out there.
Yep. I think he also has a Baby Buzz in hand.
I think doing a Mysterious Treasure too, like, gives him an extra check on like certain cards, maybe an extra float stone if he needed that. Having Fighting Fury Belts in there too, just kind of reassure what counts he has before committing to the Order Pad.
A solid read here. Mysterious Treasure dumping the Tapu Lele so he doesn't have to see that again under Garbotoxin lock. Also, he needs that bench space for more Ultra Beasts because his whole deck pivots on these Beast Ring turns. We see another Jet Punch, 60-30. Octillery, 1 Jet Punch away, which means take out that Garbotoxin Garbodor. I can still at least cut you off of your draw support Pokemon, even after that happens.
The draw power is not a favorite player in this game. Like, these are really unfortunate hands that he's been getting during both games. Cynthia, Sycamore, nothing's coming from this.
That was a very rough Sycamore. Lots of energies. You see 4 basics and 2 strong. Strong in the active, basic on board. Beast energies hiding away somewhere in there.
Yeah, and lucky enough, Pram does play the 1 Super Rod, so we can see that come back to repower up his elixirs, make them useful again, make elixir great again. But it's a lot he needs right now.
Floatstone, I think I see another basic fighting in there. He's getting access to his energies, or at least he's seeing them.
He's seeing them.
I don't know how well he's been able to use them. Doing a little 50-30 action. Fighting Fury Belt, and
I think Wes knows that these Buzzard decks are not playing Field Blower at all because he's immediately attaching these Fighting Fury Belts with no remorse.
Yep. And maybe he's just to the point where, when he started day 1, has started playing a couple, and over time realized I have never gotten a tool Field Blower throughout this tournament, and I'm sure he's faced this matchup more than once by now. So that's just a concession he can make and say, okay, they're just not playing it. Let's just go get these out because you don't want them clunking up your deck, especially when you're ending and things of that nature. Gets himself 6. We see a Beast Ring strong, basic fighting, Guzma. Oh, a lot of energy in there. Strong does allow him to take a Jet Punch knockout, so this is a 3 prize turn.
He's getting the trifecta here.
3 prize turn.
The 2 with 1 special.
Lele coming up. I think Mike has the floatstone in hand.
Good old buy two, get one free. Sorry, I'm done. I had to keep going.
And Wes, again, bypassing that critical 4-prize turn. So
Yep.
Sledgehammer, not as easy as just attaching a fighting. Ultra Ball come down. Are we grabbing a Big Buzz? And we know he has B-String in hand. Maybe taking an inventory of how many basics he has. One. I didn't see any other basics in there.
Could see a dangerous rogue or even, oh, we are getting a Big Buzz.
I'm getting the Big Buzz. Him shuffling up leads me to believe that maybe B-String. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And his last 2 basic fightings in the deck, maybe? 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 in the discard.
So
7.
He has 2 left in the deck, if they're there.
Yeah.
If they're there. If they're not
He just went through his whole deck. Double B-String turn. 3 energy on, ready to go. So, B-String has the ability to just change the pace of the game, and the end here is huge.
6 to
Huge.
3. Garbotoxin's in effect. So this goes back to why Wesley has these max counts with these draw supports for these situations here, so you don't just get owned by a late game end.
Great. So he is drawing 3 cards he wants to see: Order Pad, B-String, because Pram's going to take a knockout here.
That's very true. Yeah, all the energy will be off the board here. So this is going to be this is a crucial turn.
However, Mike's hoping this end to 3 sticks, and he can take 2 quick knockouts with this Buzzwole. You see, he softened up the Tapu Lele already. So that opens him up to Absorption GX knockout, Knuckle Impact knockout.
Turn. He's not putting, and then again, Wesley by now has to be forced to put a Fighting Fear Ball on Tapu Lele.
Yep.
Which then it doesn't go on a Buzzwole.
Strong Energy. Okay, so we might see a retreat Knuckle Impact and keep open Dangerous Rogue GX.
Yep. Lots of options here.
Which might hit the numbers a little bit better than.
So he goes to no hand with Ultra Ball here. So I wonder what he's searching here. Baby Buzz. So he's no hand now. He's just.
I believe he under his left hand. He's got a couple cards there. Yep.
All right.
So he's not completely cold. He's not completely cold. Retreat.
So Like Rock, Baby Buzz, and Choice Band in hand.
Like I said, Pram attaching that strong to the Rockruff leads me to believe we're going to see a Knuckle Impact here. Yep. Knuckle Impact, take 2. I think, was that a Guzma off the prize? Another B-String? I don't think he has any basics left.
Is that a Guzma or is this B-String in?
It's a B-String, Lycanroc, Choice Band, and Strong Energy. There we go. Figured it out.
There you go. There you go.
Call us the Hardy Boys, solving mysteries out here.
I was more, Scooby-Doo, but, whatever works.
All right, Scooby and Scrappy Doo, you got it. Nest Ball, pulling something to the top, Baby Buzz. Pram is at 4 prizes. 1 compound word, Sledgehammer.
It's just so, I'm going to say it every round. 120, 1 energy.
It's nutty. It's nutty. Once you start thinking strong, 140. Deancey, 160. Choice Band, 190.
It was hard enough before having to play around controlling your bench with Lycanroc. Now you got to watch your prize count.
Yep. You got to watch your prize count for B-String. Watch your prize count for Baby Buzz.
This fighting deck, I'm going to call it the Rubik's Cube. There's too many moving parts.
We did see Order Pad come off. Are we going to see that for the B-String?
Yeah.
Wesley seeing, can I get counter B-Stringed here?
Big coin flip here, or die roll here. This is the money maker.
I think he's thinking, if I brick this, can I get counter B-Stringed? It's a 6. That's a heads. He's digging. He's digging.
You take him to Vegas, man. He keeps rolling the good ones.
There are the B-Strings. We're going to do a quick confirm.
There's enough energy in there for the B-String?
There's 1. There's 2.
Okay.
He's got 1 B-String online.
Okay.
He's got 2 B-Strings online.
All right, we're good.
2.5 B-Strings ready to go.
And we're coming in with a Baby Buzz. Oh, are we going to see
around,
that
baby?
I think he's going to go with the Sledgehammer.
Oh, sure. He's going to go for the Sledgehammer this turn.
Around.
Prepping.
To come around. On the come around.
Don't give me the runaround, Blues Traveler.
Woo woo!
We should just make a Spotify list with all the songs we're referencing out here.
Cricket Jeff casting. Spotify casting.
the PTCG casting and very loose Spotify DJs. Don't pass us the aux cord. He's going to come in, do that sledgehammer attack. What it does is it makes Mike. Do you want to use your GX attack on Baby Buzz? Which still, you know what I mean?
170. He has to use the GX. I mean, one, he can't attack anyway this turn, or use Knuckle Impact. Sorry,
right.
Can't use Knuckle Impact this turn, but yeah, this is
strong energy. Maybe a Guzma.
150. So he needs
Guzma will be 240, which will knock out that clean.
Dangerous Rogue.
Yep.
Yep, that's correct.
And then if he has another Guzma, he can pull up the Lele, Knuckle Impact,
and it'll be a wrap like Christmas.
Bang. Lycanroc not really threatened to be knocked out here, but with too strong as well, 140, that also takes a knockout on Tapu Lele. So if he's got a Guzma, he's got a two ways on that Lele that's found itself on the bench real early.
We could very well see a game 3 here, but Wesley could crank it out. Everyone's getting down to his low hands, no draw support on either side.
Yeah, they're just riding the lightning. They're full on round 10 Caleb Gettimer mode. Everything I need is going to roll off the top. Let's just get it. Let's just get it.
Let's just flip it over. We got this. Sound the alarm is about to get intense.
So swing around. If he flips 2 heads, that's 120 plus strong, 140 plus fighting fury about 150. Even that's not a knockout.
Yep.
So Mike just wants to see a Guzma here within his 2 cards and a draw step. Wes hoping he doesn't. Choice Band Elixir, I think is what I saw.
Both not very. Once the fighting fury belt's already attached here, so and I think it's deciding if it's actually worth committing this right now to where it could get knocked out, and then all the energy's gone. Like that's scoop face.
Yeah, so it's really weird here because Wes is on 3 prizes, so he still needs to
heads. Can we get a double?
Double heads. Man, his dice after that first order pad really woke up today for him.
He did the
heads.
swing around. Both arms full swing, knocking the lights out.
It's like a little kid when you hold their head when they're trying to punch you and they're just swinging their arms
swinging
around. He connected a couple.
He's actually connected.
Except he's landing punches. Buzzwole's arms are long, baby. Choice Man coming down on the Buzzwole.
Man, this is
Max Elixir.
So
what is this? Is this like a 3% to hit?
So he's at
Got it. He almost tucked it away. Did you see that? He almost tucked the fighting away. He's like, no way this hits. Except he totally did.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's an option here where Wesley could take multiple prizes at once, but Buzzwole and Lycanroc are just shy of the range of being hit with a jet punch on bench.
Yep, Buzzwole at that 130, leaving it with 60 HP, and the Lycanroc, yes, it has 150, but that's 50. Claw Slash? Oh, no.
He declared and thought he had enough. The fighting fear belt put it in the work.
That's a very awkward turn for Michael Pramawat here. He was really hoping he'd be able to maybe feast on a Trubbish, feast on something a little bit softer.
That might be the writing on the wall.
Wes escaping with 1 here. He's going to be able to swing around and put himself down to 1 prize
All he
left.
has to do is just set up this Buzzwole on the bench. If he could find another beast ring right now and hit the Buzzwole on the bench, he could take this knock on a Lycanroc, swing around, whatever he feels like styling on. And
order pad. He needs a heads. Tails. All right. We play on. Does he have a beast ring in his hand though?
I can't. He's doing
we
that.
know he has a basic.
And
we know he has a basic fighting.
I think it is a beast ring, but he doesn't have enough energy in his.
Well, he beast ring. When he beast ring last time, he had 5.
Beast ring is based off your prizes, right? Correct? Or your opponents?
Opponents.
So it has to be 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
So he won't be able to do it. Or he take 3 or 4 prizes.
It's however many your opponents have taken.
Not left. Sorry, I misread that wrong. So yeah, I feel like I saw him in there unless it was just I don't know. It was weird. But Pram trying to reload these max looks up, bring the 3 energies back to the deck that he lost off that early Sycamore.
I feel like if Wes truly had that beast ring, we'd have seen it there.
Yeah.
Oh no! What are we talking about? Mike is taking all his prizes. Like beast ring's not live. Good Lord, folks. We are struggling here, round 13. Our apologies. Wes checking the discard. Jeff doing some research on the 1s and 2s. Wes taking a look. He sees that this one's getting a little tougher for him. All his energy is off the board. Beast ring confusing everybody just in the booth, apparently.
100% just in the booth. But it's okay. We got this.
Wes eyeing up a Guzma play here, pulling up Baby Buzz.
And that's probably what it was. He had B-String in hand, but he couldn't activate it.
Yeah, exactly right. And as we see, B-String hitting the discard with that mysterious treasure. I can't believe that after this is the 13th round, and this is the round where we all of a sudden don't understand how B-String works. We've navigated that so well up until now. Epic confusion going on.
You know what? It's just setting up for, you know,
Floatstone.
Us to dominate this next round with the correct terminology. So
Floatstone. Knuckle Impact 190. Game 3. Just under 14 minutes to go.
all right. Well, minus the miscues on what B-String did. I mean, Pramawat did everything to bring himself back into that game. I mean, he controlled the pace really well, and you know, held pace real strong.
Mike's deck more aligned to be able to take a quick win through the max elixirs, through the big early turn setups. Wes kind of has to piddle around getting trebuchets on the board to kind of get those abilities offline. So Mike can apply a lot of early pressure here. He'll get the first jet punch in if he's fortunate enough to start with that big buzz up top.
Yep.
Soften up those belts, make them a non-issue in the mid game. So Mike, I really think, is seeing a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. He knows if he plays quickly and chases it, gets a little bit of good breaks with those max elixirs, can put pressure on Wes and close this thing out.
And then a couple things to note there too is that, you know, unfortunately Wesley was not able to set up another attacker while he was in that 3 to 4 prize range. If he would have hit a B-String there, that Buzzwole on the bench could have been ready to lock and load after the baby Buzz was knocked out.
Exactly.
So that ended at 3. With the baby Buzz being knocked out, losing all of his energy on board, 2 Garbo Toxins in effect. It's kind of you're going straight off your draw at that point, dude. So
agreed wholeheartedly. I think Wes kind of took a sigh of relief when Michael hit into it.
Ooh, Dynasty start and just I think it was like a flood of energies and like maybe an Ultra Ball on Pram's side.
Ultra Ball. Okay, well, he's going to be able to dig himself out of it a little bit with that Ultra Ball. Choice Band there. Michael kind of using a technique that I like to call like the pseudo bluff. Like his hand is manageable, but you know, kind of arranging Ultra Ball so like Wes knows that maybe he'll be able to Ultra Ball.
Little
maybe
things.
trying to see if he'll N him into something a little bit more usable. Wes goes, I ain't taking that bait. Low quality bait. Pixelated
So
picture. I ain't buying.
You got any more of them pixels? You got any more of them Ultra Balls?
He goes for Cynthia, draws 6. Order pad, Floatstone, Trubbish, Buzzwole.
That's a pretty fun catch you got there, Kirk. I wanna say I appreciate that.
Trub coming down. Don't want to burn that order pad just yet. Max Elixir might help him a little bit. Unfortunately, this time doesn't have the Octillery in hand.
So
can't
I think it has to be
prioritize
the
the
one
rim
Lele he has now, and if that's prized.
Yeah, if that's prized, we are in some hot water. Was it out of the frying pan into the fire? Lele is there. Don't have to worry about it. Gonna most likely grab feeling Sycamore.
He's going for it all. He says, you know what? Let's just dump it all.
Because of the other Ultra Ball here. Ultra Ball, Choice Band, Elixir, hitting the bin. Gonna see a Buzz. Hit the board. Gonna swallow an attachment. Sycamore? Or is that, I believe he has 2 cards left. Sycamore.
That's the energy, and I think it's energy and just dump. Maybe so we could be a no-hand Sycamore.
Yeah. Are we going to see our first no-hand Sycamore high five on stream? 0% chance.
Okay, I did it for us.
We high-fived here in the booth. And by that I mean Jeff slapped his hands together, but I'm going to pretend like I was a part of that.
We're just making up from Ross in day 1, so.
Just no third. I still can't recover from that. Slusky, good guy Slusky, trying to get something good, trying to get some camaraderie going, not happening. Rock Ruff hitting the bench, already attached to Strong for the turn. Max Elixir. Are we going to see it go on the Rock Ruff, start threatening that dangerous rogue?
You got to at this point. You already got the energy and the buzz. Oh, no.
Never mind.
Man.
Never mind.
The Pram luck is truly showing right now.
Michael Pramawat, 0 for infinity on these max elixirs. I think the one he hit was the one that had like the statistically lowest percentage to hit, and didn't really end up being super relevant in that game.
Oh man, that is very unfortunate to see. Order pad.
I don't even know. The little, yep, that's a 4.
I thought there was glares like the 5, so you
pip,
can't tell.
I thought we had that 5th pip sitting in the middle.
I think Pram needs to borrow some of those order pad rolls right now because he's out here struggling.
Wes is like 85% on his heads flipped. missing the first and last order pad of that we've seen. Mysterious Treasure, Tapu Lele.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are we pitching Hala
I'm
right
a little
now?
upset by Hala Batgirl going to the discard. So
Maybe we'll see. Maybe we can cross our fingers for Versus Seeker Hala.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right format. Gotcha. Pow pad. Actually, no. I thought if he had a pow pad, maybe.
No, he went with the notably more overpowered random receiver as his silly way to get access to supporters, and preferring order over chaos of the PAL pad.
Okay. We got the
Floatstone. It's a good start.
So Lele's coming out. We're gonna start banging away with the jet punches here.
Yep.
It's at 30, 50, 60. Hit the rock with the 30. We're gonna see a 2-for-1 special here this next turn if this rock rough does not get evolved.
Fighting energy in hand. Okay. The 70 HP really making a difference here for Michael. Feeling
Got me. Yep, 70 HP. Sorry about that.
really feeling comfortable about attaching there, because even if his Rockruff takes a little bit of damage, he will still, if he can find that Lycanroc, be able to Dangerous Rogue on the following turn.
I'm going to verify here that the Diancie has the 90 HP or not.
I believe it has 90 HP.
So
yeah.
it still could happen.
We could see Guzma retreat, double knockout. There's a lot of stuff that can go sour here for Michael. He's just trying to do his best. Octillery, the back half of what he wanted to see, probably wanted to get a Remoraid down.
You know, a lot of this the deck particularly is playing this thin line of Octillery, and I wonder if it's slowly going to start biting him in the butt to a point to where they're holding on to just draw support and not so much the power of Abyssal Hand.
Probably less so in this matchup because of the Garbotoxic Garbodor. However, sometimes you do need to target down the Garbotoxin, especially because that's the only Trubbish he has set up, or the only Garbodor he has set up with no Trubbish on bench. We see the Guzma double knockout. West putting pressure on.
There it is. Boom. Rockruff, Diancie to the discard. 2-for-1. Oh,
So
100?
Here we are in the booth, embarrassing ourselves.
You know what? They got us. I'm good.
That's right. We were looking up the Fairy Diancie. That's what it was.
Yep. So we got mixed up with old school Diancie, and it's 120. Prism Star giving it an extra 30 HP. So I guess that comes with being.
It's you only get to play one. Here's a 30 HP boost. And we see Ultra Ball pitching Guzma, Octillery. Is it Baby Buzz time? I think it is.
You got to at this point. You got to slow it down. Make him waste that Absorption GX on this Buzzwole for the knockout, or the Knuckle Impact, and then you can't attack next turn. So
now that Wes is on odd prizes and does have a beefed up Buzzwole that can take one-shot knockout on the other Buzzwole, do you think maybe he lets the Diancie survive another turn, doesn't Jet Punch, and maybe tries to Guzma around it and goes to 3 prizes so he can easily go to 2
I like
the
that
following
route better.
turn?
Like keep it out of the Beast Free range and the Sledgehammer range, and keep pushing forward there. But I think what Wesley really needs is another attacker.
Yeah, 2 Lele's on board, which is an easy way for Mike to kind of steal this game.
Because has Pramawat returned yet? Because if he has not, another strong energy that's a big Absorption GX here that can just take away this Buzz with energy. But we see a Jet Punch here, 30-50, right there. Put him at 130.
There you go. Soften up the Lele's. Now they're both in
Order pad!
There's the 5. There's the 5.
Time.
Cynthia. So no Guzma this turn.
So little sequence right
to
there.
be fair, the Buzzwole's in the
little
active.
sequence right there where he played the Order pad before the Cynthia. 2 things there. You get the Order pad out of your deck when you win Cynthia. If you got the heads, you get 2 cards out of your deck without the Cynthia. So
Yep.
Little things, guys. The little things.
Order pad.
Take it from me, man. You took it from me. It works when you say it. So
I'm never going to say it again. I'll just stay 1 for 1 on the order pad calls. We see Nestball Buzzwole. That's the other attacker he needed, because I think he's thinking this Buzzwole's probably going to go down to. It can go down to a myriad of things. So when it does, I want to be Beast Ring ready.
He has the 1 energy on it. So I think this position right now is super solid. I think because now he just mainly attaches his way in there. He doesn't need a B string. This Buzzwole isn't going down anytime soon. It's a really good spot. Wesley's in a really good spot.
Mike kind of slinging his cards around. Hopefully he has a couple B strings in his deck himself, or in his hand himself, and he can use them now and try and pressure something. Would probably prioritize Baby Buzz, so he can swing around, take a knockout, and just have a 1 prizer up there. There we have a little reconsideration there. Floatstone down. Sycamore in hand.
So he's sure going for Sycamore because he dumped that Flowstone right away. So Sycamore is what he's going to play. It's just what before. It's a strong going to Baby Buzz, Big Buzz.
Like, we did see Pram dump one of his Beast Rings early this game. Very interesting to see what he'll do. Dropped card.
I think the thought here is that, what has a better chance of lasting after this knockout? If for some reason that Buzzwole GX does come alive with the Beast Ring effect. So do I put all my energy on this 1 Buzzwole, Baby Buzz, and he gets knocked out and I'm back in up the creek, like you said before.
Proverbial up the creek without a paddle. Sycamore dumping a basic fighting energy. I didn't see too much in saying we have a Max Elixir, Ultra Ball here. I don't think he got those Beast Rings.
That is very unfortunate for him. He was not able to find one of those.
He does have a Max Elixir. Maybe using the Ultra Ball to see how many.
What was left over there? Just like, stop rippling your hand so fast. Give us some love. Because it's a dark-looking card. That might be a Beast Ring at the very end.
Oh yeah, it's hard to tell the image. So.
All right, so we got to just calm down ourselves a little bit right here. We had a headphone error with the players.
Yeah, so we're going to stop actually talking about the match right now, so we don't reveal any.
Pause as well,
so we don't reveal any information. A little bit of the white noise was canceled out in Wes's headphones, so we're going to sort that out. They will be awarded a few more minutes back on the clock to kind of continue this gripping game 3, because depending on the things that they have in each other's hands, this is definitely a game that I believe can finish. That can go to distance.
It's so gut-wrenching. You know how you're watching an NBA game and then the free throws miss and J.R. Smith starts running away and then the TV cuts off? You just want to know what happens?
Yeah. Yep, that's pretty much where we're at now. A lot of J.R. Smith references this weekend.
Yeah, you got to. A lot of memes, a lot of quotes towards him. Got to show him some love because no one else is.
We'll highlight him. I don't think we're spreading too much love his way. Yeah. Kind of using him as a prop for all our medium jokes. We are getting the headphones sorted out. I believe they threw 4 minutes onto the clock. We're going to get, that's probably going to be the most official time we'll have available to us. Maybe a couple seconds flex here and there. Just making sure the headphones are sorted out. So.
Doing mic checks and all that good stuff. What are you about to say? Sorry.
I think this is going to go to the distance. So that means yet another Buzzwole deck into the top 8. We have some Lapras in the field. We have some Zoroark deck. You know what? I'm to the point where I don't mind a Zoroark deck because it almost feels refreshing.
I will, looking at everything right now, I venture to say that there are at the minimum 5 Buzzwoles going to top 8 right now.
Nuts.
And it could be one of those things where it sweeps the top 8 with how the remaining tables looked.
We have our White Knight, Zach Taylor, with Ultra Necrozma Malamar that might be able to feast on some of these Buzzwoles.
This could be the field where 7 Buzzwoles and 1 Malamar. He's over here feeling juicy.
Yeah, put on your cape, kid, because you're going to be everybody's superhero in that top 8. A lot of Buzzwoles banging together. However, he mentioned, I believe in his interview, that he went against Buzzgarb, maybe a little bit less favorable because of their ability lock capabilities. But against the straight Buzzwoles, he put together a solid run, and at the top tables, it was all Buzzwole. So he cut through quite a few of them.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the players we had on earlier, Connor Novell, said he played 7 Buzzwoles during his 9 rounds. 7.
Which is insane because
with a 7-1-1 record. So it's so he had to go through those buzzes. It just shows how strong a percentage is here today in Madison.
We see Buzzwole really being dominant all weekend. We didn't see as much flashy stuff as maybe Melbourne Regional saw with the Greninja GX, Greninja Break thing. I don't know. I don't even know what word to use there.
You know, North America did to Europe, where Europe like loves to do the intricate ideas, whereas America's kind of like, all right, so I got stuff that like tells me that it's good. B-string, good. Okay, cool. What's a good Ultra Beast? Buzzwole. I'm cool with that. And everyone seems to be on the same page there.
I'll play a bunch of Buzzwoles, I'll play B-Strings, I'll play Deancey, I'll play all these awesome tools from Forbidden Light, and then I'll just hit 9 billion damage every turn. Oh, and if your guy has 9 billion and 30 HP, I'll just jet punch him first.
And we can't halt that. We didn't see anything really true unique, because the big story of yesterday, Alolan Executor.
Zorak Alolan Executor.
Alolan Executor, like, it's
big
insane.
eggs, baby, coming in. There were a lot of exciting matches to watch. We did want to get. We're really hoping one of the two Lapras players have been able to turn around their day. They started pretty slow.
Yeah.
Going 0-1-1 both for their first 2 rounds of the day. So we're really hoping they're able to turn it around, win their next 2, because that'll put them in a win-and-in scenario, and that is definitely a deck we want to highlight again.
It's so weird how the Lapras Buzzwole trade is, because like I almost say like Lapras is like Buzzwole diet, but it's fast in that early game. You can Aqua Patch, Elixir, boom, get going. But if you're not playing the strengths of like putting in odd prize counts, Buzzwole get in that mid game with the B-Strings can just hit you right back for the same number. So it's such a back and forth between the two that it's really interesting.
So, obviously Buzzwole has the ability to B-String, which is prize dependent. Maybe why they chose Lapras, which kind of, I don't want to say is the same, but feels similar in the way it hits, 190, hits those numbers. Because Aqua Patch and Max Elixir can be used all game.
All game.
You don't necessarily have to pivot into those turns. You can just use them when you got them.
And I like Lapras because it has the built-in draw. You don't need an Octillery. You don't need a bench space to do it. While it does play Manaphy as a huge liability, you have Collect. So even if you have a pretty weak turn, attach a water, collect.
Get you them 3. Get you them fresh 3. They're still working on the headsets. No worries here. We definitely apologize for delay. We're going to keep talking to all the wonderful folks out there. Back to the Lapras deck, what's cool about Manaphy is it allows it to play a reasonable, it's not a perfect attacker, but dealing 60, healing 30 on 2 Pokemon, there's worse things out there, especially for the speed at which you can put the energies on your Pokemon.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't have to play Floatstone because of the Aqua Tube ability.
So it's very unique. Are we back in game now?
I think we are back to live action, have been for about 12 seconds here. Pram, I believe we are using Brooklet Hill there.
Brooklet!
Max Elixir
is he
coming
hitting
down.
this? Are we getting the fire back? Oh, first one.
Let's save some time. Save some time on the clock. Max Elixir comes down, hits it, knows he's going in, B-String.
B-String,
all right.
bring it back
Andy
in.
has a Guzma. Andy has a Guzma.
So this is perfect.
He hasn't used his GX attack.
Yep, exactly what I was about to get at.
He has set up for like the dangerous rogue potential retreat. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Knuckle Impact here.
This is the spot. But with this knockout, Wesley's back in B-String range too. So this is where it gets hype.
Yeah, so Wes is going to want to see his B-Strings. He's going to see them right now. He's got one?
I think it's either Choice Band or B-String. The glare's a little off there with the matte sleeves he uses, but yeah.
But he's not taking a knockout here.
That's true. It's only once.
He's already used his GX attack. He's not taking a knockout. So the max his Knuckle Impact can do is 170 if he hits.
He needs a lot of things. B-String, strong energy, also support energy on the Buzzwole, and Choice Band just takes knockout.
Which
chillin' is that Rock Rev ready to come put in the work.
Exactly, which Pram has, if he uses Absorption, it hits for 220. Which right now, if the Buzz doesn't have a Fighting Fury belt on it, that's good. That's just good enough.
I think Wes can get this Fighting Fury belt and just come up and Jet Punch and then B-String. Like I feel like this B-String could maybe go to that fresh Buzzwole.
Yep.
And he could just use his first one to Jet Punch, but he needs that Fighting Fury Belt. Otherwise, he's just sacrificing a spot.
And if something happens, something goes awry, Mike did put himself in a position that Lycanroc GX, if he has it, can bail him out. You know, Dangerous Rogue is an option here.
So actually, you know what would have been an interesting thing here? If he would have actually just did the Knuckle Impact with the Buzzwole to put the 160 on, and then take the last 3 prizes to that Jet Punch. Hitting that Dynasty on bench.
Maybe that's what he's setting up right here. So he's got the free retreater. He B-stringed onto the Buzzwole that I believe already had an energy.
No, but he has an energy in hand. So
right. So he's going to attach to that Buzzwole. He's going to need. Wait, did he attach it to the clean Buzzwole?
No, the B-string with the clean Buzzwole, but he has energy in hand. So this, is he doing different what we're thinking here? Interesting.
Okay, so he's spreading the love. He's trying to fade a Guzma here, maybe taking a knockout on the Yancey, put him to 2 prizes.
That's just so interesting because with the 3 prizes there, I mean, it's very like knuckle impact.
I see what he's doing here. So he can Jet Punch, take Yancey, put himself to 2, and then he'll have either the active Buzzwole or another Buzzwole ready to maybe eat the Tapu Lele, putting himself in a position to take his last 2 prizes off that Lele.
Off the Lele, so he's putting the 30 in the Lele, not the Yancey?
No, he's going to put the 30 on the Yancey, but he has Fighting Fury Belts and things like that to get him that last 10 damage. Strong Energy.
Okay.
Fighting Fury Belts, both on cue here. So if he has a Guzma somewhere, he can take that Tapu Lele. So kind of spreading the love around, making sure that he's not all in on one, and then...
okay, that's what you're saying. So multiple options here. And I believe time was called on Wesley's side, so he will be turn 0 here.
So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So
this is the grind moment right
both
here.
of them need both of those turns.
Yes.
And Wes needs to take a knockout.
So he has to go after the Yancey.
He has to do something on this turn.
And I like your thought there, right? Spreading the love to where you can have some damage on Buzzwole to take the knockout. Lele's at 170, and they were taking the Dynasty out. So I think, to your point, I like that thought.
So he does have the free retreater. I'd like to see the Fighting Fury Belt come down on the active. Simply because, like, even if you Jet Punch, you just don't want to be KO'd back. You've already got the energy. You've already got it locked up on that Tapu Lele if you want it. Maybe what he's thinking is Strong Energy, 180, Fighting Fury Belt, 190. Now I can get a buzz, too. And that's where his head's at right now.
Another good thing about doing this route here, not putting all 3 energy on the 1 buzz here, it makes you a little bit more end-proof to where all you need is 1 energy on either Pokemon.
Yep. So Strong Energy, Lycanroc, Dangerous Rogue GX kind of throws that all the window and forces him to have the Guzma. See a Choice Band as well.
So we're going to turn 1 now on Pram's side. And yeah, Pram also, I mean, we have the knockout in front right now with the Knuckle Impact.
Of course.
Or Absorption or Bloodthirsty Eyes, but lots of options here. So the knockout's definitely going to happen.
So Wes is kind of baiting him by feeding him essentially this knockout. Even though he did have the Fighting Fury Belt, low-hanging fruit for Michael. He can go down to 2 prizes, and then I think Wes has it all but wrapped up with that Fighting Fury Belt. Strong Energy. He can take out almost any GX on Michael's side, except for the Lycanroc.
And you think that was the reason why he held the Fighting Fury Belt to guarantee the damage later on?
I believe so. Because it prices. He's trying to price Michael into taking the knockout on the active.
Fair.
With hopefully a Buzzwole.
And I guess my quick thought would be there is, kind of going through my thoughts here. Whenever I get that late game and I know where I'm setting my board state, I want to also make myself as end-proof as possible. So more cards in my hand means more stuff I can't get to the cards I need.
Right.
So a little bit back and forth there if you should attach the Fighting Fury Belt or not. But I like your point to where just holding it off to guarantee it for the next turn.
We see the Hard Retreat. Guzma, you got it.
Does he got it? Is the turn 2?
Strong Beast. N. Oh, he didn't have the Guzma. Michael seeing that's the only. He's going to put himself in a position. He's like, you either got it or you don't. Guzma only. I'm not going to take any knockouts. Going to put the pressure on you.
Yeah. So I wonder what if it's going to happen here. We took the slip away from us, but I'm curious if they're going to. If Wes, because he took his hand out there before they actually finalize the game. So that was him conceding or anything along those lines.
I interpreted that as a concession. Okay, so essentially all it did is it flipped the script a little bit. Instead of this round being a win and in, now they have a true 100% win and in next round. They needed a draw anyways for that 30-second point, so they just got it a tick early than they actually wanted to.
Yep.
So they're both going to be sitting at 29 points with a record of 9-1-2. Quick math there.
Nice job,
So
nice job.
next time, win and in. What it's going to do, though, which I'm pretty excited about, is it might put people that are in a position to draw, might get paired down to them and forced to play. So people that were like, okay, I'll ID, or win ID, might get paired down, and that's going to cause chaos amongst the top players today who kind of thought they Galaxy locked themselves a top 8 here in Madison.
It's definitely going to be really interesting here coming to this next round. Final round, 14. All the marbles are coming in now, and we got to see how they fall.
Absolutely. So that round in the bag, Jeff and I will be back for the final round of Swiss today. We are going to run some ads. Beautiful shout out to all the wonderful sponsors making this possible for us to be here and for you to tune in at home. And then we will be back, Jeff and I, to coach you into the final round.
And that also, use that play DDG hashtag. Bring all the questions there. We're here for you.
Get it on the socials. Jeff and I are going to try and flip it real quick, get back out here, and get this next round started ASAP. Catch you in a bit.